What's up guys, Sergio here. So today I want to talk about how I lost 16 pounds in 16 weeks. I went from 167.4 down to 151.2 in order to get ready for this last contest prep. So I'm just going to go over how I actually went about doing that. The goal was to lose about 1.5 pounds a week. So in order to do this, I put myself at a 750 calorie deficit. It was actually probably a little bit more than that, but it was essentially 750 calories that I was taking from my diet. So in order to do this, I did most of this by cutting back on my carbohydrates. So the only carbohydrates that I was consuming came from vegetables, an apple, and a banana. I also increased my protein intake at this time, and this was mainly to make sure that I lost as little lean mass as possible. As far as my water intake, I consumed a little bit under a gallon every day, and that stayed the same during my entire contest prep. When it came to cardio, I was doing approximately 55 minutes a week, and this was primarily done on the elliptical, and this was the same amount of cardio that I was doing actually in my off season. So at the beginning, this didn't change at all. I was really trying to focus, at least in the beginning, trying to focus on getting really good sleep to ensure I was recovering as much as I could, as well as just having really good energy for every day. At about 7 weeks out from my competition, I cut the apple out of my diet, and that's because I hit a plateau and the scale wasn't moving at all. I think I was probably around like 157 pounds or something like that at this point, and the scale was not moving. So I cut that apple out with the hopes of just getting the scale to start budging and to get me to start losing weight again. Also at this time, I started to implement a refeed every week, and this basically was when I consumed a package of Uncle Ben's white rice, and this is the minute rice, and so I would consume that once a week, and this was just to alleviate the strain of dieting, but also just to give me a little bit of an energy boost during the middle of the week. At 5 weeks out, I increased my cardio from 55 minutes to 75 minutes, and this once again was just to further the weight loss and to just keep the scale to continue to move. The following week, I started walking around my neighborhood and this was probably about a mile walk that I did almost every day. And this was just to offset the decrease in my metabolism, specifically my NEAT, which is your non-exercise activity thermogenesis. And this part of your metabolism is known to drop when you're in a prolonged diet. So that's why I was purposely moving, because I knew that my body subconsciously was actually not moving as much. So that's why I started to walk a little bit in my neighborhood, just to try to burn a few extra calories due to my metabolism slowing down. Also during this week, I cut out the banana from my diet. After this point, vegetables were the only source of carbohydrates in my diet. And I would definitely say that my weight loss wasn't linear. It was at first, but then I would have these plateaus where I wasn't losing any weight, and then I would drop a little bit more, and then I'll hit a plateau again. And I'll be honest, that was pretty nerve-wracking. And it's nerve-wracking for anybody when they're trying to lose weight and the scale's not moving, but it's even more nerve-wracking when you're on a time crunch and the scale's not moving. So that definitely made things a little bit more intense, but that's where you really just have to trust the process and be confident in the things that you put in place, that they will actually work. And that's kind of what I want to really drive home with you guys, is that be consistent and don't cheat on your diet. Don't give up when that scale's not moving, because the weight will eventually drop. Especially if you are doing the correct things in order for you to lose weight, that weight is going to drop. And so that is what I did. I was consistent, I didn't cheat, and that weight eventually did come off. And I just want to encourage you guys, if there's anybody out there who's currently dieting or is thinking about getting into a diet, I think that's the most important thing, is to be consistent, don't flake out, the weight will eventually come off. And if you aren't sure on how to lose weight or what things you need to do in order to make sure that you're losing weight, then please contact me, because I would definitely love to help you out with doing that. So that's all I wanted to talk about today. Hopefully you guys found that helpful, seeing how I went about losing weight and how I was able to lose 16 pounds in 16 weeks. If you guys do need help, don't hesitate to contact me with any of the questions that you might have. If you guys did like the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you guys have not subscribed to my channel yet, please go ahead and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.